Hello, Bishop Carroll. I'm Grace Long.
And I'm Vincent Poggi, and here today we're going to show you all the games for this year's Golden Games.
The Golden Games is the new name for last year's BC Olympics.
And not only is the format new, but so is the whole day.
First, let's get to the games.
So the name of the game is Save Your Battleship, and the point of the game is for you guys to be able to hit your battleship of your community.
Okay, you tell her where to go. You're good.
6 people from each house will be the battleship. They will sit in 2 groups of 3 anywhere on the grid to create 2 battleships. Each person will be sitting at a specific grid location. 2 people from each house will be designated observers and will report if the tossed ball hit, missed, or saved a battleship. If the battleship is hit, the observers will call out the coordinate that was hit. The battleship is saved once all members of the ship have been reached.
C4 Calcutta hits. Regardless of who you hit, it's still a hit for their team.
1 person from each house will have a coordinate game sheet to record the results of each toss. Did they hit a ship or not? The recorder will be by the rescuer so that the rescuer can visualize the coordinates on the opposite side of the barrier. Since C4 was Calcutta, she'll mark Calcutta on our board. This will be the flow of the game. There will be 10 participants from each house. 6 students will form 2 different ships. 1 student will be the rescuer. 2 students will be the observers or callers. 1 student will be the recorder. Next, the rescuers from each community will draw a number from a basket. This will determine the order the communities will toss the ball. The first rescuer will toss a ball. The observers will call out hit, miss, or saved and announce the coordinate of a battleship if it was hit. The task of the students sitting on the grid is to catch the ball, if it comes to them, even if it's from another community. If the ball is caught from a member of another community, the observer will yell, hit, A2, Calcutta, or hit, B5, JP2. Number 2 and number 3 will be repeated sequentially by each community. This process will continue with each taking turns. The teams must diverse a strategy that will hope will allow them to win the game and rescue their battleships while keeping the supplies away from the other battleships. The game is over when the first community rescues their 2 battleships or another community sent supplies to them by accident and saved their battleship. Members of the community who are not participating in the game may cheer on their team. They will be seated behind their side in the bleachers in the lower 5 rows, so they cannot see where the battleships are located.
M8 miss. L10 miss. Good catch. I5 hit Philip Neary. C4 miss. O5 miss. C7 miss. C6 hit. Calcutta.
Each house will line up single file behind a table with cups behind it. Each house will receive 40 darts and 2 Nerf guns to try to knock off 15 plastic cups placed on the table. For every cup that is knocked over, the house will receive 1 point, and for every cup that is knocked off the table, the house will receive 3 points. Students will continue to recycle in the same order they started in until all 40 darts are used. Students have a limit of 10 seconds to shoot their darts, and if you shoot a person, the whole house will forfeit their score and receive 0 points. If you shoot at another table, there will be no punishment, but you will not get to reshoot and you do not get a redo. After the first round, the house will have an opportunity to try again. They will forfeit their first score and replace it with a second score. So if the first score is better than the second score, you must keep the second score. There will be 1 winning house out of all 8 and tiebreakers will be decided by one representative from each house shooting at one cup, and whichever team knocks it over first wins.
Hello all, we are going to be explaining the Golden Games, softball skills. This game consists of 3 rounds, around the horn, spinning bat relay, and home run derby. Not every team will get to compete in all 3 rounds. You must win to move on.
The first round is around the horn. 4 house members will get to participate in this round. All communities will be represented. Each of the 4 participants will stand at a base. The goal is to have the quickest time throwing from home to first to second to third and then back to home. The stopwatch will begin once the person standing at home plate throws the ball. The receiver must catch the ball and step on the base before throwing it to the next base. The stopwatch will stop once the person at home catches the ball and steps on home plate. The 4 quickest times will advance to round 2.
Round 2 is a spinning bat relay. Each house that is represented will need 4 participants. 2 participants of each team will line up on the first base foul line. The other 2 participants will line up on the second/third base path. Each team will have 1 bat. Once signaled, the first person will hold the bat to the ground and spin in 5 full circles, with his or her forehead touching the bat. We will be counting. After spinning, the runner will run with the bat to the second leg of the relay. This will be repeated until the final leg of the relay crosses the foul line. The first 2 communities to cross the foul line will advance to the final round.
The final round is your classic home run derby. This will be the foam ball version. There will be an all-time assigned pitcher. The 2 houses represented will need to assign 1 hitter. The rest of the house will be shagging and returning balls to the pitcher. The goal is to hit the most balls out of the infield and into the grass in a designated amount of time. Once both teams have competed, the house with the most home runs will be declared the winner and take home a point for their community.
You can only compete in 1 of 3 rounds, so make sure to choose wisely what you sign up for.
Good morning, Bishop Carroll, and welcome to the water balloon launch. This game is hosted by St. Therese of Lisieux and St. Dominic Savio. This game is all about distance and how far you can launch your water balloons. The rules for this game are simple. Each house has 5 minutes to launch 5 balloons as far as you can. Only the furthest one will count. The only rule is that each member of your house can only help launch 1 balloon. So that means each house will have to have 5 teams of 3. 2 to hold the launcher, and 1 to launch the balloon. Once the round is over, the community with the longest balloon launch will win 1 point for their community. We hope you have a great time whenever you come to our station.
Right in the kisser. Show that night who's boss.
Hopefully all those games were really clear to you.
If not, don't worry, you can rewatch them again in-house.
Here is a rundown of the day. Your house mentors will give you more details about it in the days leading up to the Golden Games.
In the meantime, start planning and strategizing for each game during house time, from now until April 21st.
This is going to be a fun day, so you don't want to miss it.
Thanks for watching!